Welcome to the ATS Module Setup course. In this chapter, we will learn how to configure recruitment management settings in uKnowva HRMS. This process ensures that your organization's hiring policies and workflows are set up correctly, making recruitment smoother and more efficient. Let's begin. When you land on the ATS Setup page, you will see a question that says, "Do you want to use the default recruitment management setting?" This is your starting point. Selecting Yes, Use Default Settings will allow you to go ahead with pre-configured recruitment settings that are aligned with standard practices. On the other hand, if you select No, Change Settings, you get the flexibility to customize the recruitment process according to your company's specific requirements. Start by defining default rejection reasons for candidates. These could include reasons like the candidate not being suitable for the current opening, having skills that do not match the organization's requirements, being overexperienced, or requesting a CTC that is higher than the budgeted amount. These predefined reasons help recruiters stay consistent and professional while managing candidate applications. Moving further, you can manage access to the recruiter field by specifying which user groups are allowed to use it. You also have control over the profile fields that appear when candidate details are being filled out. Similarly, you can choose which fields should appear in the pre-onboarding forms for new hires. This flexibility helps you streamline the information gathering process based on what matters most to your organization. In the recruitment admin settings, you can decide whether all HR managers should automatically be considered recruitment admins. By default, the setting is No. But if you prefer, you can select specific user groups or individuals to be recruitment admins, giving you better control over who can access and manage recruitment-related activities. Communication with candidates can also be personalized here. Under the email settings, you can customize the subject and body of interview invitation emails. You also have the option to edit the default templates used for candidate status update emails. These small but important touches can help your organization maintain a professional tone and consistent candidate experience. Another useful option is the ability to enable or disable notifications to recruitment admins whenever a candidate applies. By default, this is set to No, but you can switch it on if you want recruiters to receive real-time updates about new applications. You can also select the resource requisition workflow that best suits your organization to streamline approvals and track hiring requests more effectively. For bulk hiring, you have the option to include or exclude profile fields in the sample CSV file used for candidate bulk uploads. By default, these fields are excluded, but you can adjust the setting as per your needs. Now let's move on to the advanced settings. These options allow you to enable CV parsing and even bulk CV parsing, which makes reviewing and organizing resumes much easier. You can also manage CV statuses and set up a CV approval workflow to ensure applications are reviewed in a structured manner. Pre-onboarding link settings can also be configured here. For example, you can enable the option to send an email to candidates whenever their pre-onboarding link is reactivated. This feature is enabled by default and helps candidates stay updated. Additionally, you can define default CC email addresses so that specific team members are always notified regarding pre-onboarding activities. Next, we come to the Google API and Microsoft Teams integration settings. These integrations help your team collaborate more effectively. For Google Calendar integration, you will need to provide credentials such as the Google Client ID, Client Secret, and the relevant URLs for authentication and event management. For Microsoft Teams integration, you can configure details such as the team's user ID, client secret, and tenant ID. Once these are set up, scheduling interviews and communicating with candidates becomes much more seamless. Once you have completed configuring all the required options, click on the Confirm button to save your selections. This will finalize your ATS settings and get your recruitment process ready for use. That's it. You have now learned how to configure recruitment management settings in uKnowva HRMS, from basic setup options to advanced integrations. Thanks for watching.